Good morning. We're out here at Oak Point Park and Nature Preserve in Plano, up north of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. You can probably hear in the background noise from traffic from US 75. It's not very far off of 75, but it's a beautiful little park. Got a little lake out behind us. There's trails. We've been here before. This is the first video here, but there's a fair bit of wildlife. I've been told that coming in the fall there are owls. It's October right now, so we're getting into the fall, but we're also later this morning. We slept in till 6:30, so we got started later than we normally do, so we probably will miss most of the early animals, but we'll wait and see what happens. And let's get headed off down the trail, and I'll be chat back in and we'll see how things are going. Well, we came up and crossed the bridge and just started onto the Rowlett Creek trail, and I had to pause because, as you can see behind me, there you go, fall is starting to come in and we're starting to get some pretty colors. I got a beautiful vine with some, I'm not sure what color you would call that on there, sort of reddish pinkish, beautiful, whatever it is. So, and you can see some yellow hinting in the trees behind me. So fall is starting to creep into North Texas. I'd say it's the first week of October 7th officially. So we're getting there. So hopefully we'll have some pretty colors here before too long. So we're going to press on down the Rowlett Creek trail and see what else we can see. One thing as you come along the trail hill that you'll see, turn this way, you can see the landing area over my head. There it goes. There's a zip line. It crosses this creek behind me. You can barely see right back there the launching, I guess is what it's called, area, because out here is a big zip line park. Obviously it's all closed right now due to the pandemic. Eventually it'll hopefully open back up. So if you come back out when this is open, you'll have to watch out for people flying overhead into these landing areas and across the creeks on this zip line park that's out here. It's got zip lines, obstacle courses where you can walk overhead through the trees on different types of I guess rope ladders and high lines and tight wires and stuff. So it looks like it's a pretty interesting place. I've never been out here when it was open, so if you're into that stuff and want to come check it out, that might be worth checking out too out here. So, but let's press on and see what else we can see. I just wanted to stop a minute and point that out. Now you'll see that as you go. Here we come just a little bit further, and I thought I would point out there's some overhead rings. That is a platform, like a rope type bridge that you walk across. There's another, I don't know if you can see it very well up in the trees. No, not very well. But the part of the obstacle courses that I was referring to, you come over here, you can see part of it up there where it comes across. There's actually a sort of a rope tight walk type thing over my head, but with the sun you can't see it very well. So these are all part of the obstacle course that if you come out here you can partake in if you're interested in that type of thing. Looks like it would be lots of fun, lots of adventure. Some of it looks like it'd be very physical, so some good exercise. At the same time, there's a platform where you climb up and start some of this. So, you know, if you like that type of thing, zip lining and adventure trails, I'd highly recommend checking this out because it looks like it's really nice. And as you can see around me, it runs through some beautiful woods and forests out here in the Plano area. We've continued on around the Rowlett Creek trail, and then I took a little side trail that comes off and takes me down by the creek because I wanted to pause a minute to capture that. You can still hear 75 in the background, the traffic and occasional airplanes, but it's very peaceful. I'm going to walk back up the hill here because we found something interesting that I have never encountered before. I climb back up this hill. In this tree over here, you can see right behind me there a little silver box. Let me grab it as the branches and vines grab me. An official letterbox. Please do not move or destroy. Congratulations, you found a letterbox. This is part of a national treasure hunting game. You're invited to use a stamp inside to mark your journal, and please leave your mark in return. Please replace it where you found it, hidden from view so others can enjoy the hunt as well. And apparently you can go to atlasquest.com to find out more information. So apparently there's a big national treasure hunting game, and this little silver box, as you can see Joe open it, it's got this inside the lid, and then there's a pencil. You can write something in there, a stamp. Apparently you can get a journal and stamp it to mark where you were. Very fascinating. And it says the Law Series box 6 of 11. I have no idea what that means because I have never participated in this particular game, but I will definitely be looking it up, and I'll post some information. I'll put some screenshots and stuff in the video to let you know a little bit about it. You never know what you'll find out here. Very fascinating. One nice thing about this park, as you move along, you can see there are little signs. If we go one way, it's Burr Oak Pass. The other is Rowlett Creek Trail. And we're going to continue on Rowlett Creek Trail because along the creeks, hopefully we'll have a chance to see more animals that we haven't seen much today because it's much later than we normally get out. We have seen some robins, a few other birds, blue jays, a woodpecker flew overhead. Haven't been able to get a ton of photos because they're all busy flying around, but we're going to press on and see what else we can see. Well, we've turned and we're heading back. Haven't seen a lot of animals. Well, we've seen quite a few birds. If you're into birding, this is a great place to come. We've seen a number of robins, quite a variety of songbirds, woodpeckers, good variety of birds flying all throughout the trees. So you would see and hear a lot here if you're into the birding. As far as hiking, exercise, and just getting out with nature, as you can see behind me, it's got excellent trails, beautiful scenery. It's a very, very lovely park, great for that. And if you come out early, probably have a better chance of seeing animals. I've been told by some of the people who've encountered that later in the year, and there goes a bird flying by now, you can hear it. As we approach more into fall, owls are very prominent out here. You'll see quite a few owls. So it's interesting. We'll be back again. We'll see what else we can see, but we're making our way back to the starting point now. We've gone about 1.5 miles, a little more out, so very beautiful, very lovely trails. Like I say, if you're looking for birding or just hiking in general, and even possibly some nature photography, this is a great park, nestled up in the heart of north part of Dallas, up in Plano area, just off of US 75. So we're going to make our way back, and I'll be back with you shortly. I didn't point this out on the way out, but I'm going to pause a minute on the way back and show you that as you continue walking along this Rowlett Creek Trail, you'll pass by a nice amphitheater complete with stage rigging, lights, everything. So I suppose if you come out at the right time, you might even get, well, the back view of some sort of a show or concert. I don't know what all they do out here. I'm sure on the website it mentions it, and you can probably, on the Plano website, it talks about shows and schedules and events. Probably not much going on right now, again, due to COVID, but just another little thing along the way. And we're going to press on some more.